Hello. Today we're talking about integrating document and file management systems into your QuickBase workflows. This session is being recorded, but myself, along with some other colleagues, we're available in the chat and Q&A throughout the presentation. And I will take 15 minutes at the end to answer questions live. For questions about my topic, please use the Q&A and use the chat if you need technical assistance. Just want to say hi. Please take 30 seconds at the end of the presentation to rate this session and share any feedback, or you'll post the link in the chat. So first, we're going to talk about workflows with documents and files. Then a quick overview over QuickBase pipelines. We'll get into a real-life use case scenario and a quick product demo. That's me. I'm Stasha Markovska, and I joined QuickBase together with the acquisition of CloudPipes. I was with CloudPipes for about 5 years, practically from the very beginning. I love the product. I know the product. That's why I joined QuickBase in the product management team. Just to read you something now so that we can share and say things safely. Content provided is for information purposes only and is subject to change without notice. QuickBase has no obligation or commitment to develop or deliver any future release, upgrade, feature, enhancement, or function described in this presentation. Workflows with documents and files. In an enterprise environment where certifications and audits are a real thing, this and not only a requirement, but a baseline. On top of that, many people would like to streamline, to simplify, and to make us error-free their mundane and repeatable tasks. A document management strategy in place would greatly support this. But how to get there? Document management strategy is not, it's practically a culture. It comes with understanding and ease of use and adoption. So it's not designed overnight, and it's definitely not just a bunch of software tools. This means we'd rather go with agility, flexibility, and adapt. If you use services like Box, Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive is your document storage, you may need an interface that will ensure your processes and apps in your system of record follow and enable the organization of files and folders. It should as well provide timely and context-specific access. In addition, you may need to stay notified about changes, about new versions of documents, and the progress of processes. That's why you would use Slack or Microsoft Teams. With DocuSign, you track and enable your document signatures. So in the demo that we're going to do in a while, I'm going to show you a solution that is based on QuickBase. QuickBase holds, overviews, and orchestrates the process, implements formalized means of organizing and storing process input and output documents, leverage automatic naming, and follow all the conventions available. In Box, we will use as a central repository and a single place of document storage, retrieval, version handling, access control. Formstack documents will process the creation of custom-made documents, templates that are automatically filled with information from specific QuickBase records. DocuSign will enable and track the process of signing, approval, or rejection. And in Slack, we'll keep real-time notifications on status change, process transitions, sections, action prompts, links to specific documents. What is QuickBase? You know better than me. And pipelines is a logical extension to that. This is the workflow automation and integration technology that helps QuickBase customers unlock data from disparate, in many cases, legacy systems, and connect to a much broader ecosystem of cloud apps. This is a technology that empowers both IT and citizen developers to collaborate and build powerful business processes that reach well beyond QuickBase. Through an intuitive visual interface, the workflow designer, and a rich set of integration channels, pipelines provide manageable and flexible way to design custom workflows. This is how it looks like. The integrations that pipelines provide are not generic, they're not black box solutions, not native solutions, but rather flexible workflows that are easy to construct and edit anytime needed. A workflow may comprise of one or more pipelines, depending on the complexity and the logic. A pipeline represents a process, automated. Then we have channels, which are the third-party services we provide integration to. And steps here are all the individual building blocks constructing the logic of the pipeline. We're going to discuss about hiring processes. An end-to-end hiring process starts with posting a position, posting it on social media, a candidate application, gathering submissions, and then interview process, official job offering, and finally employee onboarding. Without the documentation again, system provisioning, training, onboarding. How does, from an ego viewpoint, the process look like? First, here are the services that we earlier talked about. QuickBase will be our system of records. Formstack will leverage custom-designed template-based documents. Signing and approval will happen in DocuSign. All the storage and handling of documents is in Box, notifications in Slack. We have a position created in QuickBase. Also, before starting the process, we have designed a system to support our document handling in Box. It's a hierarchical structure of folders, HR employment track with all the candidates, employee rejected candidates, and document templates folders. So when a new candidate application is created in QuickBase, we automatically create a folder in the candidates folder in Box. Then we send notification and are prompted to upload all relevant candidate documents in this folder. As this happens, we update the record linking to these specific files. As soon as we are ready, we may invite the candidate to an interview. After the interview is scheduled, we send notification. Again, we hold this process in QuickBase. The candidate gets approved. His status changes, and we get to the next step when we need to prepare a custom job offer. We take some relevant information from the QuickBase record, go into Formstack automatically to create this job offer, send it out for signatures, save the offer in Box, and then send notifications. Tracking the process of signing of approval or rejection this offer could lead us into directions whether the candidate approves the offer, or if he rejects it. If he rejects it, we can reiterate and update what his requests were. Or if he agrees and accepts it, we can proceed to a background check, getting closer to employment. As soon as the background check is complete, we change the status of this candidate to hired. He becomes an employee, and then we need to move all this folder and the files in it to the employee directory together with a notification. We need to send out some employee handbook, security guidelines, benefits package. So this is how it looks on paper. Let's get one step closer to real life and do a little bit of demo. Let me share my other screen. Just 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Okay. This is our beautiful QuickBase app. This is where we hold the information for all candidates. When we create a new candidate, we can easily drag him through the different states here, from interview scheduled to candidate employed. Nobody's employed till now. Here is our pipeline pipelines dashboard, with where all the pipelines live that represent our workflow. And this is a pipeline. This is the first pipeline that automates the process of creation box folder out of the new candidate registered in QuickBase. Everything here we build with drag and drop, select the channel that we need, then the step that we need, and place it where we need it. We start with the trigger of a record created in QuickBase. We take out the fields that we need in subsequent steps and implement some logic. We are about to look up a folder in Box for this candidate if it already exists, because it could be a returning candidate and we may already have a folder with some information about it there. So if this folder does not exist, we create it with the name of the candidate and link this to his record in QuickBase. We update the record with a link to his Box folder and send a message in Slack. Again, leveraging all the fields that we get from the previous steps. With drag and drop, we can construct a custom message for each candidate with his name, the position applying for, and the respective Box folder. The next pipeline deals with all file uploads in Box. Again, we implement some logic here. And first, we need to find the record to the candidate in whose folder we are uploading files. That's why we look up a folder and fetch the link record out of it after we have a file uploaded in this folder. Then we make checks about, again, following our naming conventions. The resume should start with resume, cover letter, and then background check. So all the steps here follow the same pattern. We check if the document uploaded starts with resume, and we update the record with the link this file and send a message. As you can see here, I didn't put the Slack message. What I can do anytime I go to Slack and I just select the step and place it whenever I need it. Okay, we need some text. Let's say this is about his cover letter. No, it's about his resume being uploaded. See, as soon as we don't have information, we are not allowed to proceed with turning on the pipeline. So we say that resume has been uploaded for this candidate. We can take it from each of the fields here. We can just go and place it where we need it. Okay. And we can have a link to the file. Here's our file in step A. Go and take the preview file URL. Okay. We should do it. We're not done yet. We need to put the conversation in which we are pasting. It's a mandatory field. So we go to our demo conversation and then we are ready. While editing the pipeline, it automatically goes off. That's why we need to remember to turn it on. Let's keep it running like this. The next pipeline deals with just sending notification about record updates, like in this case, when an interview is scheduled. We can filter down. Applying filters, we can narrow down the occasions on which this pipeline is running. Like in this case, we only want to know when the status is changed to interview scheduled. Next one, the next three ones deal with creation of a job offer. When the candidate moves to our approved lane, we go and leverage the functionality of calling another pipeline. We're doing this because we want to have like an isolated process which is only creating Formstack documents out of records information from QuickBase. This will take us back to this iteration that we had here. At this step, when our offer has been rejected, we could go back and reiterate. So we create a document merge in Formstack, send notification, then look up the folder in Box to upload the file and update the record respectively with this job offer file. What happens when our job offer gets approved or rejected? We track this with this DocuSign step. We check if all the recipients completed the signing of the document and if the whole document has been approved or declined. Then we go and update the record. What we're doing here is actually iterating through the records because I'm searching here for records with specific email. Yeah. And then we iterate over them and update their status. Could be more than one. Send notification. Last thing on our list is when a candidate is employed, we move his box folder with all its contents to the employees folder. Putting here the ID, show you how it works. All the time we can track the activity log, see all the steps on the way, what's happening. But first we need to make sure that all our pipelines are on. They are turned on so that we can capture the events that we are interested in. Okay, let's do it. We need a new candidate. We just got one. I just take this name. He's with a spouse new. I will put my email, personal.pipes, so that I can sign the offer. I will assign a recruiter for him, and he's about to be our director of operations with a starting salary. Okay, we could do that. We're ready. This is the information that we have, so we save it. Let's see what happens with our pipeline. It's running. Here again, we can monitor all the steps that are currently happening. We triggered on a new record created, go through all the logic that we put in there, created a folder, and sent a message. Let's see, do we have the candidate first? Okay, Fred is here. Do we have the folder? Good, we have Fred. Empty folder. What about Slack? Okay, candidate. Fred Fleming is applying for a position and he has an entry created. Here is our link to his box folder. Okay, good. Then we get his resume, cover letter, and we need to upload them. Let's take just one. What is happening with our document handling pipeline? It's running. Let's try to speed it up. Good. We know a file got created, found the folder of the candidate, fetched the link record in QuickBase and updated it. What does it mean? Let's go to Fred and check his record. Good. We have a link to his cover letter. What will happen, because now this guy, he doesn't have a picture. Let's put a picture. This won't trigger any of our pipelines. We have selected specific events on which we are interested. So this should not trigger and activate the whole pipeline in any case. Let's have a picture for him so that we can identify this guy. Good. Again, we can do the same for other documents that we have for him. Let's say we can put the resume. Should go through the same. And we should be getting notifications here. Yep, we are. Okay, certain point, we are scheduling an interview with Fred. We're getting again notifications. And let's see, not yet. Let's see our pipeline. After the interview passes here, we'll need the job offer. So while waiting for the notification, let's just proceed because we're running out of time. We are initiating our job offer creation. This should trigger all these 3 pipelines creating a job offer, and we should finally receive an email with a job offer. Actually, yeah, it was too quick. Let's see if we get this email soon. Okay, something's happening here. Great, we received the job offer. Let's review it. Taking time. And by that time, we saw that Fred was sent a job offer. This is his recruiter, this is his salary. Great, we have our job offer. It passed through Formstack. This is the template that we're using, and this is the way we receive it in DocuSign. We have filled in all the data that we needed from QuickBase, his name, his position, salary, and we need him to sign it. Good, let's do it. Finish, we're done. Let's see, no, we're not here yet. We should see what's happening on DocuSign side. Pipeline is running, capturing all the events that DocuSign is delivering to us. And some of them are discarded because we are not interested in them. We should get only those in which our template, our document envelope is being completed and approved or rejected. Let's see what's happening in Box by that time. Refresh here. Okay. Perfect. Not there yet. Yeah. There are a lot of events. We found the record updated. Send a message. Here we can see that Fred accepted the job offer. Again, it's luck. Resume, chat with the job offer. They're coming like asynchronously here. And our app, Fred, should be progressing. Sure, he accepted the offer. Now it's our turn to do the background check. We need to upload a file for his background check. Again, our pipeline number 2 should get engaged. Let's see what kind of logic we put here for the background check, because it's different than the 2 steps above. Here we are changing the status to candidate employed. We are marking the fields of background check as yes, and the background check status completed, together with linking his file, background check file. Let's refresh. not there yet. Okay, let's give it some time. Yeah, it's a bit while waiting for this to happen in real time is a bit, yeah, not fun. But once you've built your pipelines, when it's all set up and running, you wouldn't notice such kind of delays. I'm just getting impatient here. Okay, we've updated the record, send the message, welcoming thread, created this file inbox. That should be it. Then we are ready for our last pipeline, last step in the process when the candidate is being employed. Is he employed already? Let's check. Okay. Fred, you're employed. So we should move your data to our employers folder. If I didn't miss this already. Let's check. Oh, yeah, he's not in candidates anymore. And we have him here with his files. That was the demo. Let me jump quickly to our presentation. Okay, now that we've seen the demo, can we improve it? Is that all? Absolutely not. We should improve it, and we are able to do that anytime we want. We can add logic to the app as we like. For example, we can make check for mandatory documents and fields at all stages. We can add logic to the workflow automation, like checking for signatures on more than one party, like in this case, that's what we did. We can actually send this employee handbook, security guidelines, benefit package on employing the candidate. We can handle a whole process of this is returning candidate, and we already know something about him. And we can think of a way to handle document updates and actually update the record every time with the newest version of the document. We should think of these things. We can as well add more complexity to the whole process and automate it in general, like this social media posting of the job offering. We could totally automate this. We could automate the interview scheduling via a shared calendar. We can integrate to Formstack forms or Google Forms so that we can have this candidate application again in an automated way. We can assign tasks in a project management service or a QuickBase app that will handle the onboarding of a new employee and practically automate the whole provisioning process as well. And there are, I'm sure, a lot of other ways to improve this, so we can discuss that. Please don't forget to submit your pipelines, feedback, and questions in user voice. We're really happy to hear from you and to track what you really need out of pipelines. And please review this session in the link that's provided in the chat. Time for questions. Thank you.